After reading Harvest of the Empire, they talk about the importance of knowing more than one language, but they also talk about how um, when Germans migrated to the East Coast or the Dutch migrated to the East Coast, they made it a thing to integrate their languages with the U.S. school system, and also the French made it a thing to integrate French in the Louisiana school system. But when a lot of immigrants started fleeing to America, they Anglo Americans didn't really like that, so they made it a big issue for them not to be able to speak two languages. And there's also this one case where he goes to the Supreme Court and he talks about how they don't want him speaking Spanish at work, so they fire him. And what they didn't really know is that the majority in that city spoke Spanish. And also, when it comes to reading, what's it called? When it comes to watching the video on PBS, they talk about how the Cuban immigrants flee to Florida, and the Anglo Americans don't like the fact that they're speaking Spanish. So now they're making it a big deal, protesting because there's people coming to America and not speaking English. But the thing that a lot of Americans don't know is that the U.S. infiltrated a lot of these economies, and due to that, their economies crashed, and that's why they fled to America for the American dream, like everyone does. So it's very important for people to know the history on why all these people immigrated to America, because a lot of people forget and they think that they're trying to take away, American benefits and things like that. But a lot of people don't know that if you're immigrant or you're not a citizen, you can't take advantage of what's it called, like food stamps or government assistance. So that is one thing that is really important. Also, it's important that they talk about how they accepted all these other languages because of the skin of their color. They were much more lighter, and the fact that these immigrants were much more darker, they just didn't, that wasn't in the American idealistic ways that they wanted America to go. So